The following is a transcript between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am, originally produced on December 7th, 2020, under the constellation of Sagittarius, in the mental week, examining through the Sacral chakra. Me. I find myself sitting in the park in front of the Great Pyramid staring at it with the naturalness of seeing a palm tree and realizing that seeing it has become a routine. Today there is a sandstorm and everything looks a little gray, both the buildings and the sky, and the whole environment is the same sandy color, monotonous. I am, what do you think? Me, that I'm not inspired. Today I feel like the weather, sandy, cloudy, monotonous, boring. I am, out of ideas? Me, yes, as if there was nothing to do. I am, but there is. Me, well, that of course. I can write, paint, organize things that I might have to finish, but I'm doing all of it a bit, but there's no rush, because nothing presses me. I am, you need the pressure? Me, yes. I've always lived with the pressure that every 3 days something will happen and I need to readapt. Not here. I mean, I'm fine, but the fact is that there's no confusion and it's disconcerting. I am the routine. Me, yes. I admire those who can live in a routine and who feel safe in it. From August 2020 to August 2021, my days will all be the same. Sometimes things change, and I have some friends who come and will come, and others for initiation trips, but it's always the same. This month I learned that I should not go to the pyramid every day because no matter how much my spirit rose, there was something that was not right. My body did not tolerate it, and I needed to rest, so I chose to respect it. This change in my routine, but it made me even more monotonous. I am. You feel like a cloistered monk. I do. I am. I know that what I'll tell you will bore you, but the emotional state is not due to what you do, but to what you feel doing. Me. I imagine that's the case, of course, part of creativity, the ability to express. I am. Today, are you uncomfortable? Why? Me. Do I have to talk about this seriously? I am. Yes. Me. Okay. It's been 4 days since I stopped feeling pain in my anus and rectum, but it's been 5 days since I can't do anything. I am. Defecate? Me. Thank you for the word, if that. And I know you will tell me, what are you afraid of? Let go. I am. Okay, so what are you afraid of letting go? Me. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I still don't see what I'm afraid of letting go. I am. What did you have to leave to be here? Me. Traveling. Being in contact with others. I am. The same thing has happened to everyone, but you. What? Me. Projects, family, friends, love. But I don't mean for the fact of being here, but rather to be able to be here. I am. Exactly. To do what you do, you had to have let go of many, or your body refuses to let go of what it thought was good. But there is a greater fear with which only has to do with you. Me. Being myself, that's my fear. Changing, letting go of myself. I'm afraid of this December 14th. I am. Why? Me. Because I feel that one longs for relationships with other people or projects, and what one longs for the most is the version that one is in relation to it. And the approaching eclipse, this December 14th, 2020, is like, it just makes me wonder, what if now... What if they ask me to just leave this version? I am yourself in your old self? Me. Yes, let's see. The eclipse will take place in Patagonia, whose greatest shadow will be given at 1:13 p.m. Argentina on Route 8 of the Rio Negro near Les Esperanza Ranch. As I have already told years ago I wrote a book in which, in a parallel reality, I was preparing to die there at the age of 87, to leave a message to my 2020 self, telling myself through death, there is hope to do everything again in a better way. In this book, my grandson, in that parallel reality, following in my footsteps, reaches Egypt and lays down inside the pyramid where he reconnects with everything that he must do to correct a universal error. It's a fiction, but this year when I saw the eclipse right there, I said to myself, oh no, it's real. This 14-something will happen to me. The message from the future of my own self this month of December will be very important in many things. I am. Why? Me. I'm afraid to stop being myself. I don't know. I am. You will never stop being yourself, no matter what you connect with. You can only add things to what you are, but you cannot stop being. I am all your possibilities, and I hold what you are. To transform is not to change. It is not to stop being something, to be something else, but to add. This is a new time that begins, and you need to be prepared. I know. I am. Everyone must be prepared. Open to receive what will move from this December 14th to the 21st. She is a hinge. Me. What's next? I am. I can't tell you. Why? I am. It would ruin the book. It would ruin the movie. Life is a book that has a very clear index, but to see the development, you need to read it and to interpret it yourself. Me. So in the index it says page 12/21/2020, Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in new moon at 0 degrees of Aquarius. Then you have to read the chapter. I am. That's right. But this is an interconnected book in which if you don't read everything, you don't understand. Me. From start to finish? I am. Of course not. The universe does not have a beginning and an end. You can start wherever you want. It depends on your interpretation. You should continue reading backwards or forwards. Me. Like the Choose Your Own Adventure books? I am. That's right. Life is an adventure. The word comes from the Latin ad, towards, venire, to come, arrive, and eurus, future suffix. Everything together means uncertain events that are yet to come. The routine makes your life seem predictable, and it bores you. It makes you see everything gray. But it is only a moment of preparation prior to the adventure, to the things that you know are here to come. Me. Why do we need the adventure? I am. What if? The universe asked during creation. The being that is and knows everything said, and if I do it differently, and that gave freedom. Because I am. Because knowing everything makes you a slave to your mind. Not knowing what will happen makes your imagination more flexible to create. The capacity for inventiveness, development, learning are all born from the unknown, from uncertainty, from not knowing. The will to move to discover is in always doing something regarding the answer you don't know. Being comfortable in the position of the one who knows everything, of which he can predict the future, of which he lives like a Swiss watch, of which he believes himself to be the owner of the truth. This will only lead you to find yourself among the most bland and tasteless creations and expressions of reality. Me. In other words, venturing is not going on an adventure with a backpack toward the horizon and seeing what happens, or climbing a mountain, or traveling around the world. Rather, adventure is the quality of being surprised and learning from discovery. I am. To achieve this, you must always do something minimal that changes your routine, no matter how silly it is. Give your brain, soul, and body the option to experience something unexpected that they cannot recognize. An adventure can simply be going to the left instead of the right to the place I always go. The road will be longer, but your brain will feel excitement. The adventure can be changing a scheduled time or not setting an alarm clock. No need to take a plane or to fly to the Congo or dive among wild gorillas. The adventure is to recover the amazement. Me, I like that. Being amazed at doing something different, at the result that it brings me. Writing this post today was an adventure for me because I had no idea that I would come to this. I am. Recover the look of the child, from the game, from the fun, from not knowing what you will do that day. The capacity of the creative universe lies in the question, what would happen if? Me. And what would happen if I entered another pyramid today? And what would happen if I painted today? And what would happen if I traveled today? And what would happen if I talked to someone new today? I am. Endless possibilities open up of parallel realities. Me, like my future self who said, what would happen if I let myself die in La Esperanza, in the middle of the Patagonia? And what would happen was the great adventure that has been my life. I am. Maybe it's time for you to let something die so that you can start a new adventure. Me. This encourages me more. Yes, I will. It reminds me of a story about Jules Verne. When he was a boy and decided to run away from his house to get on a ship to go on a great adventure, his father noticed him and went to look for him at the next port where, after beating him, took him home and forbade him to leave and to never travel again. This inspired him to travel with his imagination. And if it had not been for the unfortunate and hopeless situation, today we would never have had the greatest adventure books in history. Around the World in 80 Days, Journey to the Center of the Earth, From the Earth to the Moon, Mysterious Islands, and many others. I am. The greatest of adventures lives in your imagination. Let go of the fears and expectations that bind you and allow yourself to dream the greatest of adventures.
My